big stretch up, all the way up underneath your arms, up to your armpits. And then raising your chin, start to gently pull your body up and along the ground, rolling down the shoulders and lifting the chin up. And then let's drop into your cat stretch, rounding up through the shoulders and the back, taking the head and the tailbone away from each other, and then sitting back onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body to pull on up, rolling down the shoulders, lifting the chin. Draw back up into your cat stretch, pull up through the shoulders, up into the back. Take the head and tailbone away, and then sitting back down onto your heels. Again, let's bring the body to pull on up. And now curling with your toes and stretching off into a nice long downward facing dog. Draw forwards into a high plank, and then bending with your knees and sitting all the way back down onto your heels. Again, let's bring the body to pull on up. Curling with your toes, pressing off into downward facing dog. Draw forwards into a high plank, and bending with your knees and sitting all the way back. Again, bring the body to pull on up. Curling with your toes, lengthening back off into downward facing dog. Draw forwards into high plank, and then bending with your knees and sitting back down onto your heels. Again, let's bring the body up. Curling with your toes and lengthening off, stretching all the way along the back body. Draw forwards into high plank, and then bending with your knees and sitting all the way back. A couple more times. Bring the body up and through, and then curling with your toes, lengthening back and down. Draw forwards into plank, and then bending your knees and sitting it back. Last time, bring the body up, roll down the shoulders, curling the toes, and then remaining in the downward dog. And let's walk from one foot to the other. Now just treading it down, spreading your fingers nice and wide to the earth, and just moving from hip to hip, from side to side. And just checking in with your energy today, checking in with how it feels through from your arms all the way along your back into your legs. And just working into the practice that your body deserves today. Anything you need to just rest back from, you know you can. Now let's come back down onto your knees for me, and I'd like you to place your right foot forwards. And now today, come on up with your upper body, lean your body weight forwards to gain a hip flexor stretch, clasp your fingers and have your first fingers going straight up, raising your arms, and today just squeezing your head with both arms and take a bend just gently across towards the right, and feel that little stretch coming into the left hand side of your body. Gently bring it back on up, taking down your left hand to the floor, curl the toes, lift the back knee, and raising your right arm, looking on up. And just take a couple of deep breaths, in through your nose, out through your nose. And then letting the knee back on down, and let's move back onto your back knee, draw your toes back, lengthening out through your back body, pressing a little from the center of your chest. Alright, now see how that is. If you feel that you can go maybe a little bit further, take your left hand over the top of your right leg and tread your fingers a little bit further away. You might feel you get a deeper stretch into the hamstring. You might feel that you get a little bit more stretch into the lower back on that left hand side. Okay, now let's come back and around. Come up onto clasp the fingers high above your head, squeezing your head. Take a deep breath in, and on out breath, hips push away, arms draw over, keeping the chin lifted. And bring it back on up. Let's go the other way. Reaching it over, chin's lifted, bring the arms out and away from the body. And then coming all the way back on up, letting your arms down, stepping your left leg forwards for me. And again, lean it forward so you gain the hip flexor stretch. Clasp your fingers up together, first finger straight on up, so you've got a really good hand hold, palms together, and then lean a little over towards the left. Feel that stretch coming down into the right hand side of your body. And bring it back on up. Okay, placing down the right hand to the floor, curl the toes, lift the back knee, and raising your left arm up. And letting your knee back down, moving back upon that back knee, dig the heel in, draw the toes back. And again, of course, feel free to stay here, or take your right hand over the top, work your fingers away a little, and maybe feel a little bit more stretch coming into the lower back. And let's work it back over, and let's bring you around onto your back. So today, working with our longer band, if you have one. If you don't have a longer band, then feel free to use a scarf. Okay, I'm going to be doing a little bit of shoulder release work. If you have the band, it's great. Even if you have a shorter band, you might be able to accommodate and use it as well. So just coming down onto your back there, just to begin. Be able to reach your heels with your fingers for me. Spread out your toes. Okay, just let the feet feel free. And let's from here, just work the lower back down in towards the floor, and then releasing the back away from the ground. And again, taking the lower back down upon the floor, and then releasing the back, and then releasing into neutral. Let's bring the shoulders to pull up, and roll them down. And again, shoulders up, roll them down, and then work your shoulder blades a little bit further away from your ears. Okay, now coming in for a deep breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out of your mouth, blowing the breath out with a little energy. As you breathe in, the rib cage widens. You're accommodating for that deeper breath. As you breathe out, blow the breath out of the mouth and draw the navel back to the spine, pick up from the pelvic floor. Again, lovely deep breath in through your nose. Strong breath out of your mouth, breathing out and engaging through the core. One more time, deep breath in, lateral thoracic breath, allowing for the belly to remain flat. And then as you breathe out, pulling on up, engaging the core, connecting through the midline of your body. Now let's start off today with our shoulder bridge. So let's take a lovely long deep breath in, and on that out breath, imprint your lower back, peel the back away from the ground, travel all of the way up onto your shoulders, breathing in, and then breathing out, lowering your back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Again, let's breathe in. As you breathe out, tilt the tailbone, peel the back. Try not to clench your buttocks today on this one. Breathing in, and then breathing out as you lower your back down into an imprint and back to neutral. Again, breathing in, breathing out to ripple up and away from the ground, up up onto your shoulders, but keep your ribs floating down into your body. Breathing in, then breathing out as you lower. And know that you could stay with that today if that feels like it's plenty. Or next time, breathing out, coming on up onto your shoulders, remaining at the top. And we're going to look for an alternating hip lift today. So as you breathe out, try and lift one hip bone just slightly higher than the other, and breathe in to let it go. Breathing out, go to the other hip bone, lift it slightly higher, breathe in, let it go. Now you might want to shut your eyes when you do this one, and really focus on that central line of your body. Try and focus on not clenching the buttocks, so not using the back of your body to get the hips to move. But try and really focus on those deeper central core line muscles. So internal oblique and transverse abdominis muscle. So as you let that hip bone come up, breathe out, breathe in to lower. Okay, breathe out to lift, breathe in to lower. And again, breathe out, lift and lower. Last couple if you can, breathe out, lift and lower. And again, then take a breath in and breathing out to lower all of the way back on down. Okay, now taking your band, and I'd like to place it over the ends of both of your feet. And then from here, I'd like us to bring the hands in, or elbows in, so they come down by your side. Now working at a version of your double leg extension. So I'm going to draw both of the knees in towards you, and then as you push out onto your band, breathe out and engage your core. Breathe in, draw the knees in towards you, and then breathe out and engaging your core as you push out into the band. Again, breathing in, breathing out, engaging the core to push away. Alright, now you can determine how much tension you want to put into the band work. So if you want to make it harder, just go up a little higher on your band. Another thing that you could do, if it feels good, is to go a little bit further away from the body at a slight diagonal, okay, pushing towards the end of your mat. Just be careful if you're going to do this version that you don't get any lift off from your back. So you want to keep your back in neutral and you're just pushing out through the legs. Breathing in, draw the knees in, and breathing out to push out and away. Again, breathing in, the knees draw in, breathing out, engaging the core, pushing away. Again, breathing in, knees in, breathing out and extend. Two more there if you can. Breathe in, breathing out to push away. One more time, really lock into the core. Okay, now staying with the band, this time I'm going to take it a little bit further to go back behind the head. So you may struggle a little bit if your band is very short. Alright, so just see how you need to go with this, okay? If you've got the longer band, go towards the end and clasp your fingers. Then from here, bringing the band to come back behind your head and then draw it back up. So the legs don't move. You breathe out to take the arms back and breathe in, drawing into a little bit of strength usage for latissimus dorsi, that area just beneath your shoulder blade. Breathing out as you press back, breathing in. Okay, if you can, arms nice and straight, stretch it all the way back. And again, for those of you who are a little bit stronger, you can take your legs a little further away from you, and that will give you a bit more resistance on the band. Hopefully it also should give you a bit more resistance working into the core. The further away your legs are from your body, the harder the core is going to work. You're kind of loading the abdominal muscles up. Breathing out to go back, breathing in to draw up. And again, breathing out, drawing it back, breathing in back up. Two more if you can. onto your toes. If it's better for you to do this on your hands, by all means go up there upon your hands. And of course do as much as you can. I'm going to take it up to 20 breaths, but very much feel free to stop if you need to. Elbows tucked in beneath your shoulders and spreading your fingers out nice and wide. Secure your legs out behind you if you can and squeeze the backside. Take a deep breath in through your nose and breathing out of your mouth. Again, deep breath in, breathing out, engaging with your core. Breathing in and out 3. In, out 4. Breathe in, out 5. In, out 6. In, out 7. In, out 8. In, out 9. In, out 10. In, out 11. In, out 12. In, out 13. In, out 14. In, out 15. In, out 16, in, out 17, in, out 18, in, out 19, and in, out 20. Now just come down upon your knees for me today. Work your knees in, sit your body back if you can, and bring your hands to clasp up behind you. Dropping your forehead down towards the floor, let your arms come up, clasping your fingers in together. Just sending them up for a little bit of a shoulder girdle release. And then releasing your arms all the way back down and come down upon your belly for me. Alright, now coming into your breaststroke. So turn the feet slightly in towards each other and just bring your arms to release down by your side. Now as we breathe in, let's peel back and down both of your shoulders. As you breathe out, engaging with your core, lifting and hovering. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out as we lower, we let the shoulders back down. Breathing in to peel back and down with both shoulders. Breathing out and draw the navel back to the spine as we lift. Breathing in to stay, and breathing out to lower, let the shoulders all the way back down. Again, breathing in, rolling back and open the chest. If you can, turning your palms to open a little as you lift. Breathing in to stay, and breathing out as we lower, letting the shoulders all the way back down. Breathing in, peel back and down with both shoulders. Breathing out and draw the navel back to the spine as we lift. Breathing in to stay, then breathing out to lower, let the shoulders come on down. Breathing in, rolling back the shoulders. Now you could carry on coming back down, or this time remain up, and then breathe in to reach your arms ahead of you, and breathing out to draw your arms back. Breathing in as we reach the arms forwards, and breathing out as we draw them all the way back. Again, breathing in, stretch it up, and breathing out, drawing it back. Again, breathing in, reaching it up, and breathing out to draw it back. 2 more, breathing in, and breathing out to draw on back. 1 more time, breathing in, and breathing out. And let the body down. Let's come on up onto your hands and knees. And today I'm going to work into thread the needle as an exercise. So we're going to be working the hand to brush underneath the body, okay? Now a couple of things here. I'd like you to keep contact with the back of your hand underneath as you reach beneath. The other arm that's supporting you, a micro bend to the elbow, okay? You're going to want to bend your elbow a lot, okay? But I want you to try and resist. And what we're doing is we're rolling the rib cage. So when you take the arm under, I want you to feel the rib cage working and coming back. but not the whole body sinking upon the ground. As a reward for doing this very, very well, we will then come into the stretch, the thread the needle stretch. So one hand on the ground there for me. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, brush the ground, turn your gaze and look over your shoulder. And then breathe in to come back up and we'll change. Breathing out, brush the ground, rotate a little, look over your shoulder. And then breathing in to come back, changing over. Breathing out, brush the ground, rotate. Breathing in and come back. Again, breathing out, brush the ground, engage the core, look over your shoulder, breathing in and back. And again, breathing out, brush the ground, look over your shoulder, breathing in and back. So really get that strong connection through your core as you turn, breathing in and back. Again, breathing out, little rotate, breathing in and back. Again, breathing out, little rotate, looking over your shoulder to the ceiling, breathing in and back. Again, really pull up into the core and breathing in. Again, breathing out, pull up into the core, breathing in. We've got two more here. Breathing out to rotate and breathing in. One more and lock into the core, turn a little. Breathing in now, coming in for the stretch. So we're going to take that arm beneath. Now if you want the inner thigh stretch too, take the same leg out as the arm that you're using beneath. Alright, I'll leave that up to you. You can add it in if you want to. So drawing the shoulder down towards the floor if you can. And we're taking that stretch into your rear shoulder. As far as you can hold it today. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, gently curving that lumbar spine, breathing in, breathing out as we draw all of the way back on up. Now, if you're feeling strong, take your band so it becomes a little bit longer and away from the body. Deep breath in, breathing out. Maybe you're making it down to the floor, maybe you're not. Breathing in, breathing out to slowly draw the body all the way back on up. Deep breath in. push on up, breathe out. And again, dip back, breathe in, and then push up, breathe out. So feel free to stick with the dips today, or straighten the legs. And then if you're straightening the legs and lifting, pushing away through the toes, and releasing back on down. So with the lift, lock into the core, breathe out and lift, breathe into lower. But again, it comes down to preference, what you feel you would like to work into today, and back on down. Again, breathing out to lift, breathing into lower. Again, breathing out to lift, and in as you lower. Again, strong connection through your core as you lift and lower. That's it, 2 more there, because I am going to come back into using the triceps, okay, in a different way. 1 more. And settling it back down. Now coming into the little bit of release work for the triceps. So finding a seated position of your choice, lengthen through with your fingers, and let's just make those arms nice and long, and then reach them back. So really stretching out through with your fingertips. Good, keep it going. Really work that range of motion. Bottom arm and pull up on the top arm. So we're going to in fact stretch the band away. So this is going to make the triceps work again. So we're pulling up. One hand comes down, one hand comes up. You've got that tension on, and this time you've got the tension on the elongation. Keep holding it, breathe. Okay, now let it go and see if you can work your fingers closer towards each other. You may even be able to find your fingers, all right? But just walking them down and now taking the stretch. And then we're going to swap it around and take it the other way. So again, swing it back. Find the band behind you. And then we'd like one to pull up and one to pull down. So you get a little bit of tension on. You're going to feel the triceps working again. Keep holding, keep pulling on that tension. And then letting it go, and then working your fingers along the band. Maybe they get a bit closer. Maybe they reach, maybe you hold on. And then we're going to let go of that band. Okay, bringing yourself around onto your side. And let's lengthen the body out and along the floor. Stacked up, pointing your toes. Bring your arm back so it lines up there with your ear. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring that top leg out and away from the body, and then lowering the leg back on down. As you take the leg away, breathe out, engaging your core, and breathe in, slowly lowering back down. engage your core. And breathing in as you lower it back down. Again, breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out to extend. Breathing in to lower. Good, really pulling up through that midline of your body. In as you lower. And again, breathing out to extend. And into lower. Then coming up into your double leg lift. So presenting both of your legs away and breathing into lower. And if you can balance, take away your support hand. Breathing out to lift and into lower. Keep the chin lifted a little and try and feel your waist drawing away from the ground. Breathing into lower. Again, breathing out, pressing away. Breathing into lower. Really connecting through that midline of your body. Breathing into lower. And again, breathing out, lift. Into lower. Try not to let your back overtake what you want your core to do. 2 more. Breathing out to lift. Into lower. 1 more. And gently relax your legs. Taking a hold of the top leg, drawing the heel back for a little stretch into your quads. And then letting go of that leg. Let's come on up for your side bend. So you have the elbow to come in underneath your shoulder, your knees come forwards of your hips here, opening back with your shoulders and chest. Take a little connection through your core and a deep breath in. Then as you breathe out, let's pull on up, reach over, stretch out towards the ground, and then breathing in as you draw it back on down. So you've got that lovely long line through your arm, breathing out, stretching it over, breathing in. And by all means, remain on the elbow and the knees today. If you would like to go up onto your hand and your foot, line the foot up to the hand and let the knees and the chest open up. Then as we slowly bring the body up, connecting, reaching out from your waist, side body bend, and then slowly bringing it back on down. And again, chin stays lifted, shoulders back, breathing out, we reach, breathing in as you lower. Again, connecting with your core, breathing out, reach and stretch out from the waist, breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out and press to lift, and breathing in as you lower. Good job. Let's have 2 more if you can. Breathing out, reach and lift, breathing in as you lower. 1 more time. Working oblique muscles, upper and lower. And then coming all of the way back on down. Alright, swing it around. Let's come around to the other side. So again, lengthening your body out and along the floor. And extending. Fingers along the ground. Chin lifted slightly. And when you're ready, breathing out to lift that top leg, and breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out and engaging with your core as you lift, breathing in as you lower, dropping that top shoulder down, so trying to feel the neck is nice and spacious all the way through, breathing out as you lift, and in as you lower. Again, breathing out, engaging the core, and breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out, float the leg away, breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out, engage the core to lift, breathing in as you lower. 2 more of that single leg extend, breathing into lower. 1 more. And then let's go with your double leg lift. Alright, so get a strong connection through your core, breathing out to float both legs away, breathing into lower. If you can take away your support hand, bring it along by your thigh. But again, still keeping that body nice and long, breathing out to lift, pushing away through with your toes. And you can always, with this position, you kind of want to get that feeling like somebody is pulling your toes out to the other side of the room for you. Breathing out, lift, breathing into lower. And again, breathing out, engaging with your core, breathing in as you lower. And again, breathing out to press away, breathing in as you lower. Good, 2 more there. Really pull back, don't let the back overtake. And relax. Alright, let the knees come in. And let's take a hold of that top leg. Gently draw the knee back, finding that quad stretch. Onto the forearm, let the knees come forwards of your body. Okay, opening up the shoulders, lifting the chin, getting ready to lift up, breathing out, engaging the core, keeping the body facing forwards, breathing into lower. So try not to let your face direct into another direction, let it come forward so you're facing the front all the way through, and lower. Okay, by all means, a couple more on the forearm. Again, both work really well for the oblique muscles. The only difference when you come up onto the hand is you're going to be weight bearing a little bit more through the wrist, the elbow and the shoulder. So just know that you are ready for that today. And if you're not ready for that today, it doesn't matter. Like I always say, even if you only do one, there is never ever a wasted practice. And it's all about just building up the experience in the body. Breathing out to lift, breathing in. Alright, going with the energy that you've got today. Just like you tapped in at the beginning of the class when you were in your first down dog hold. Okay, just checking in, knowing that the energy, the level you've taken it to, is where you need to be today. Last couple if you can. Breathing out to lift and into lower. One more. And releasing it back down. Okay, now probably about now is a good time to do our shoulder stretching because those muscles have just been really nicely worked. So I'm going to go in here and again it really does depend on how long your band is and how tight your shoulders are. Alright, so I'm going to fold mine over. If you've got this longish one here. Otherwise, okay, take it out even further if you need to. What we'll do is do a couple, and then if you need to after that, we can make it shorter. So as we breathe out, we're going to take the arms either back to halfway, or you bring it back down by the back of your body. Then you're going to bring it back up and over. So deep breath in. As you breathe out, go through that range of motion. Breathe in and out, coming on back and over. Again, breathe in, breathing out, taking it back. Alright, so you know how this feels. Alright, it's pretty easy for you. You're able to keep those arms straight, going a bit narrower. And go again, breathing out. You'll know if you've made it too narrow, then you just get back out again. It wants to be that it's doable and that the arms can remain straight, but you are getting a little bit of a stretch. Alright, so it is still working, it's not too easy. Now let's go for the swishing. So diagonal, going back, behind the head, and then bring the arms back around the front body. And again, going back behind the head, bringing it round and in front. And again, a little swish swishing it back and round. Last set, swing it back, and the other way. Good. Okay, now I'm going to bring you down onto your back for the 100. Now after that, we're going to do another little chest opener. So I'm going to open my band up and I'm going to lay it across my mat. So it's going to be ready for me afterwards. That's it. So just unravel it, open it all up, make it nice and smart. Okay? And then lay your shoulders upon it. Okay. So thinking about your 100, if you need to keep your head down today, maybe just pop it up onto a little cushion. If you need to keep your legs down, again, by all means. If you can take them up, bring them up one and then the other. Maintain your neutral back. If you can raise your head, neck and shoulders, maybe keep those elbows nice and open. And you've got the distance of a fist between your chin and chest. If the legs will extend nicely out for you today, go ahead. And if you don't need to support the head, pat the air. Now you're breathing in for about 4 and breathing out for about 6. Maybe shut your eyes, go inside. And as you breathe out, really pull up behind the surface muscles and connecting with your core. Deep breath in and out. Again, breathing in and out. And we're going with 20, 23, 24, 5, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 5, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 4, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 3, 74, 75, 6, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 5, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90 with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bend your knees, take your feet down to the floor. Okay, now whilst you're just taking a little recovery, I'm going to talk you through the next bit. So holding onto the band in just a moment, and the band is going to come around the shoulders like a cape. Have a little look at the arms first of all, because I'm going to do it without the band, so you can see what my shoulders are doing. So my first one is that I'm going to open the arms wide, and just bring the arms up. Now the arms are going to stay in alignment with your shoulders, opening back and drawing up. Now the second one will be that we draw the shoulder blades off the ground and we release it back. We draw it up off the ground and release it back. We're going to do those in 2 separate bits though for today. So taking the band, wrapping it around your shoulders. If you've got a very long band, you may need to bunch a little bit up into your hands so it's not hanging around your face. Okay, and then from there, taking your arms to open wide, and then bring the arms up and across the chest. Open it wide and draw it up. And again, of course, you can make that as tight as you want. You can make it give yourself a little bit more tension work by drawing in the band a little bit tighter. Another thing you could do is to cross your arms in front and then back. And again, cross the other way, so the other arm comes on top and back. Alright, so opening, crossing. with that band. It's wrapping itself around your shoulders and back. You could of course do this with a very light pair of dumbbells. Alright, for those of you who've not got your band today. Again, breathing in open, breathing out cross. And then bringing the hands upwards on the second one. So now breathing out, lift your shoulders, breathe into lower. Breathing out, lift your shoulders, and you're working into the pectoral muscles. The muscle group that's just next door to your armpits that form your chest. Breathing out to lift, breathe into lower. Breathing out, lift and lower. Again, breathing out, pull up, lower. Also, you're going to be getting a little stretch between the shoulder blades, like the stretch that we use at the end of your practice. So pulling on up, releasing down. Breathing out, lift and lower. Two more, breathe out, lift and lower. One more up and lower. And then let the band down. Okay, coming up to a seated position for me. And I'm just going to finish off today with your saw. So I'm going to take the legs just about as wide as your mat, or feel free to cross them. Open out through with your arms as you breathe in, rotating your upper body. As you breathe out, now rounding through your spine. Breathing in to come back up. Breathe out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in as we turn. Breathing out, lifting out of your waist, stretching across. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in as we turn, breathing out to lengthen across and over. Breathing in, coming up, breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in to rotate, breathing out as we go across, lengthening over. Breathing in, coming up, breathing out, engaging the core. Remember, as we turn, breathing in, and keep your sit bones grounded. When you go over, round out into the back, so you get that fullness of back usage. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, belly pulls back as you come back to the middle. Breathing in, rotate. Breathing out, out from the waist, lengthen across. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. Again, breathing in, big turn. Breathing out, over we go. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, belly pulls back to the middle. Again, breathing in to turn. Breathing out, lengthen across. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. And again, breathing in, return. Breathing out, lengthening across and over. Breathing in, back up. Breathing out, engaging with the core. Again, breathing in, return. Breathing out, reaching across. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, belly pulls back. Last one, last set. Breathing a little bit further. Breathing out, push your sit bones back and round the back. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in, turn the upper body. And breathing out, over we go. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, engaging the core and releasing your arms. Okay, now if we just bend up your right knee, draw it up towards you, and taking your right leg over your left. Now you can keep your left leg straight, or you can fold it up to the side of you. Drawing your left arm in towards your right knee, sitting the body up nice and tall, so you can bring your right hand up to the back body and sit yourself up taller. You can go to a half prayer, or you can bind. push down a little towards the ground. Take your hand over the top and gently encourage your ear away from your fingers. And then go to the back corner of your head. Encourage your head slightly across. Gently encourage your ear away from your fingertips. Push down into the floor like you're just testing the earth to see how firm it is. Then go to the back corner, drawing across. All the way back behind you. Draw your knuckles downwards, draw the head forwards, just hold that head downwards through the middle. Okay, now letting your arms forwards, feel a stretch between your shoulder blades as you come on up. Breathing in, as you open wide, breathing out, and again wrapping your arms forwards, tucking your head in, breathing in, raising your arms, and breathing out, open it wide and back. One more time, wrapping it forwards, tucking the head in, breathing in, coming up high, and breathing out, taking your arms back and down. Shoulders a little shake out, okay, neck a release out. All done today, all done, well done everybody.